Assalamu alaikum. The global pandemic has us all reeling with uncertainty. Through these trying times, IFSSA has responded to emerging and current community needs with Ihsan.
In the midst of a pandemic, IFSSA continued to serve Alberta's most vulnerable. COVID really showed us the resilience of our team and the importance of continuing to serve despite all the difficulties and the barriers.
The pandemic has led to an increase in the level of isolation and anxiety. Many families have faced economic uncertainty and financial hardship. We have witnessed a 40% increase in the demands for IFSSA services since January 2020.
To respond to these needs, we diversified our offering. We extended the use of our helpline. We now have online counseling that's secure, confidential, and private, and available on your phone or on your computer. Our helpline has become an important connection point for the community. It's been there for people in crisis, whether it's emotional, financial, spiritual, or mental health.
IFSSA HELPLINE is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we have received last year 600 to 650 calls, which approximately monthly is 60 to 65 calls. I have seen a client with limited resources, a client without transportation, a senior facing challenges, women with children having a challenge with family issues or domestic violence, a client have no stats at all and looking for emotional support.
We also found creative ways to continue serving while observing AHS guidelines. Staff at our north side created a kind of like a drive-through where we installed a sliding window from where we hand the clients hampers. They don't come inside, and that reduces exposure. We also increased our hamper deliveries that we make to the most vulnerable clients, senior citizens, single mothers, people who have no access to transportation.
One of the challenges since the onset of the pandemic is transitioning to an online format in order to try and keep everybody safe. So the programs that we've transitioned online are things like support groups, all of the Green Rooms programming, including pop-ups, as well as Ramadan activities. And for us, this is a new format that we're learning to adapt to and invest in so that everything feels organic and we can serve our community to the best of our ability.
Newcomers families have faced many challenges during the pandemic. Many families actually face delays in processing their applications and difficulties in booking or scheduling medical appointments, in addition to high level of uncertainty about their education and language classes.
Instead of home visit or taking them to appointment, everything has changed strategically. So we came up with the solution of online contact us, phone contact us, where the support workers they do assessments online. We make assessment on the call, which sometimes take 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. Then we connect it to the other service providers, whether it's income support, whether it's accessing medical doctors, whether it's accessing the schools, whether it's accessing to the justice departments. So we provide them a different service based on what best the client they are need.
In addition to responding to the short-term needs of our clients, we also took a proactive approach to identify their long-term needs. This meant thinking about the long-term impact of our current activities, re-examining base assumptions, and thinking through what might be better ways of serving our clients.
We decided to spend some time and energy in understanding the long-term changes in the pandemic and how those changes would affect us. In partnership with community organizations, we developed and conducted a survey on the impact the pandemic would have on ethnocultural communities.
So a survey that we conducted showed that at least 70% of people felt lonely and trapped during COVID. Although we understand the need for basic and essential services, including things like food hampers, One of the things that we need to invest in and that our community is struggling with is mental health and wellness. So things like isolation, anxiety, and loneliness have all been heightened due to the pandemic, and so we understand the need to support our community through that.
We begin creating models, training models, so we support our capacity of our community members and caregivers as well as our staff. And these models are geared to provide information and knowledge and how system is working. The training models covers a range of issues like eviction notice, eviction process, domestic violence or family issues, mental health trainings, refugees and immigrants process, sponsorship process.
We saw a need to improve of our intake system. So a group of our staff successfully enrolled in project impact training, and we started exploring how to move away from looking at the deficiencies of our clients, like the need for food, the need for financial assistance, into looking towards how to meaningfully connect to our clients and transform their lives.
We found that food security is a growing problem that leads to several other social issues. This summer we invested time and effort in researching food empowerment models and exploring how we can ensure that our clients can move beyond food insecurity and dependency on our hampers to healthier and more flourishing lives.
We prioritized our Mirrors Mentorship Program, and this is a program that matches mentees and mentors from diverse cultures and experiences together so that they can support one another. And we've noticed a large need from our community. There are a lot of mentees looking for older brothers and older sisters, and so one thing we want to invest in moving forward is trying to recruit more mentors that can support with this.
We pray that we continue to honor the trust and the trust of our community. Now, more than ever, our mission question is essential. How do we support the whole person flourish in our community?